Troops, Reilly's Gaff is sponsored by El Dorado Tonic Wine. I love this stuff. Big James loves this stuff. And you're going to love it as well. Go get yourself a bottle at convenience stores all over Scotland, or you can get it online on Amazon as well. Go get yourself a wee bottle, crack it open, and enjoy the podcast.
Day-to-day the shit change, but you know for the most part nothing ain't different. Sometimes be stuck in my ways, weekend fucked up in somebody's kitchen, sticking my hand, I'm chilling with the troops and my few cans down, so I walk like Winston. Trust me, I wake up hanging, you think that I'm leaving this bed, you're kidding, I'm sitting on back in the pad, get deep fried and I smoke some packs of the grass, put the feet up, kick back and relaxing at best, no I'm sitting on Reilly's Gaff.
Dun 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 What is that?
That's Rocky.
Oh, so what is, man? What's the A-team?
The A-team is
Is that similar?
I am trying to think it, but
I'm not too sure what the A-team is.
trying to get it up.
You need to call them.
Nah, we'll get copyrighted for the A-team, mate. They'll be all over that.
But no, it's a good tune. The Ghostbusters, mate.
Classic.
No.
You're not getting that mixed up with anything else, you know?
I mean, there was a game. I know we want to get into the questions, don't want to go on a big rant here, right? But there was a game, a Ghostbusters game for like the PS2, and it was like an 8-bit version of that. So it was like, and I used to love it. It feels like my head.
Troops. Gordon Dale was meant to be here,
It was.
but he's no.
He's in London.
He's the similarities between Gordon Dale and Lee Sutherland are growing by the week, by the way. Because we said this ages ago, Gordon Dale is like Lee Sutherland that could play football when he was younger.
I maybe don't want to compare the two like directly, but there's a lot of similarities.
I think they're almost identical.
Like there's a lot of similarities, including saying
IQ.
Aye, I'll be on that podcast, no bother. Wednesday, 6 PM, sound as.
I'm there.
And then like, how did we like, so the Lee Sutherland on the day we're here, we're like, where are you? And he's like, England.
I got a text, I'm in England.
Sorry, no podcast.
Sorry, can't do podcast, I'm in England. Which is never good when you're trying to do a podcast in Scotland.
Nah. You need to be in the same like district, the same zone,
Same country at least.
hopefully.
Same time zone.
If you're lucky.
Aye, but
But
then
then DL,
I'm in work and and I love listening to the scoreboard when I don't know what it is, right? I love listening to the full Saturday one.
I see. I'm a part 2 guy.
Only part 2?
Aye, because it's like it's either halftime in the 3 o'clock games now, or it's like we've finished all the games. The phone line's coming in soon.
Right.
Because I'm like, I've got BBC Sport app. I read about the Fitba. I can see the league table. I know. I can see who's won and lost. I don't want it to. But saying that, then you get to hear Keevan's dog shit takes.
You're Kevin stinking the joint up. I love like when he's. One time I mailed Gordon Duncan, like Rangers were playing like horrendous, mate, right? And they were going up to Aberdeen. Mind the start of the season, Aberdeen were like 10 wins out of 10, flying. And they're going to Pataudry. It's like a Wednesday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. Keevans is giving it, Rangers will win comfortably. And I messaged Gordon Duncan. I was like, that is the most roasting hot take I've ever heard in my life. And he's like, usual for him.
Mate, he's a veteran of it. He's been doing that since the 60s, bro.
He's like, what's the fucking worst prediction I could possibly make now? And I'll double down on it and go with it.
There is no way Celtic make it to a European final.
I love hearing like as the goals go in. But look, let's not get into a whole super score. We've done about 10 of them in a row now. We're just reviewing the super scoreboard. Somebody actually messaged us, right? Somebody on our Patreon was like, here, can you do a podcast and not talk about football and wrestling? And I was like, last 4 episodes have been strictly football and wrestling. So we've got something different. We've got the Q&A. Let's.
But just first of all, you were listening to the scoreboard on the Saturday.
So I'm listening, and I'm listening to the Saturday one, and Gordon Duncan's like, well, Wednesday's usually bath night for Gordon Dale, but this coming Wednesday will actually be in London. Gordon Dale's like, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to be in London. I'll get a hero's welcome and that. And I'm sitting and thinking, are you not meant to be coming on the podcast on Wednesday? And I had to mail him and be like, mate, are you in London on Wednesday? He's like, yes.
Forgot about awards, sorry.
Sorry, mate. I'm like, oh, sorry. I'll let
Mate,
you away with it.
Aye, let him away with 100 times over.
So we're getting the Q&A out again, guys.
Yes.
We're doing it. Let's just get fucking right into it.
Who's going first?
I'll go first. Daily 2006 asks, what was your first experience on Class A's?
Ooh.
Now, Class A's is cocaine,
Cocaine,
ecstasy,
pills,
heroin.
No touch that one yet.
We're working our way up to that. My
Aye,
first,
it's all that. It's the big dogs. It's none of your like. See, to be fair, the only Class B's I really know is like
paracetamol.
marijuana, and it. Like is that the only one that's a recreational drug or is like Xanax and that? Does that count as Class B's?
I think like shit you can get prescribed.
Perks.
Aye, shit like that. But what was the first Class A you took? This is interesting.
Cocaine, probably.
Really?
Aye.
So my first one was an Eckie.
Aye, see, that's quite insane to me. But that's a party boy thing. You're a bit of a party boy.
You're my party boy, Roy. I mate, first Eckie, I was like,
Change the light bulbs now.
I made me a halicoli.
Mate, I think Eckies is that's a bit hardcore for your first thing.
My first Eckie, right? I hadn't taken cocaine. Didn't touch it till maybe 3 weeks after I took an Eckie. So, bit of time in between them. But I remember first time I'm on pill report and that. What's it like? And I'm reading these reviews, bro. It's like, the review I remember reading, which was like, I'm sold, is like, somebody said, so it was like a forum of like your first time taking it, and it was like people saying these are all the stages of what you'll feel like, so you know when you're in it, this is all right and this is meant to be happening. And they were talking about like coming up and that. Euphoric butterflies in your belly and like chills, but like really nice and that. And then they said when it properly hits you, you feel like somebody's just told you, here, you've just won the lottery. But see that instant feeling, you've got that for like 4 hours. I was like, oh, I need to try
It's such a good descriptor, by the way, because it's like, it's hard to explain. The word euphoria gets flung about something awful, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a euphoric taste and all that, eating a meal, it's euphoric and that. And it's like, no, the actual feeling of euphoria is like,
Aye.
you are shaking all that.
Aye, that's actually what you get in an Eckie.
When we sit and talk about this, it just makes me want to get fleeing and that, mate. But then it's they're horrible and all. Like, there's a bad horrible side to Eckies. It's pure jittery and like
dirty,
paranoid and weird and sweaty.
The sweatiness is crazy. You ever took like been that fleeing on Eckies that you're just sweating uncontrollably and you're just like, cunts are like, yeah, are you alright, mate? And you're like, mate, I'm actually dynamite.
Mad, your eyes feel far apart though.
My first Eckie, I remember, so I on pill report, then somebody in our school sorted it and I was going to a 16th. But it was like somebody 2 years above me, so I think I must have been like 15 or something. Maybe I was 14, 15. And I remember it was like a function, pure sausage rolls and that out. And I remember taking it. And I was with my bud at the time. And I remember she didn't take it, obviously, and I took it. And I was just floating about this party, pure. I actually feel amazing. And I was pure like trying to get people to make up that had fell out that I didn't even know in that. And I was like, obviously, saying school, you've had that mad fight. Well, I just think life's so short. And they're like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
You go full Cupid on it and all. First time in that too. I was quite like that when I first tried MDMA as well. I was very like pure. Everybody just needs to be pals and that. Like, you just want everybody to be pure. That's what it does. The thing that I took my first Class A was cocaine, as I said, which is quite the opposite. Well, it's not really the opposite, but like, I remember feeling like we used to take counsel, which I don't even think Wayne's...
Counsel?
Mate, the Wayne's not about counsel.
We used to take counsel.
We used to do counsel.
Counsel.
Counsel, but cunts don't really have that. It's not hanging them there, really. It's 50-50 and that. Free for a ton and that. It's free for a ton, just counsel.
It would need to be, wouldn't it?
Aye. Well, we were taking that in fucking J.S.'s garage. Anybody for the East End of Glasgow has probably spent like nights in there before, mate. And I remember just staying and feeling pure dusty and like just make me a wee bit more hyped up and that. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, there was nothing pure spectacular about it that I can recollect.
I think they're like opposite drugs in terms of like Eckies make you dead generous and that, and being pure, no, mate, I'll actually help you. I mean, I was obviously told the story about me being in the gaff and somebody whited, and I was pure, I'll clean it. And I wasn't even like in the same room as when it happened, but people were like, what am I going to do that? And I was like, I'll fucking clean it up. They were like, cheers, but like, why you offer to clean up sick?
Because you felt amazing, mate.
But I felt amazing, but I think cocaine makes you a pure, greedy, dirty boy.
But Eckies have done that to me, bro. I've been out camping and took like copious amounts of them and turned into an actual, like, there's a picture of me sitting in my pal's house and I'm actual like that and I look like a falcon or something.
Pure sharp.
I'm a raven, mate, big nose and that, just pure. That can do it, mate. That might be the most demonic of them all, mate, ecstasy.
Really?
Honestly, like, because I know you're saying like, oh, you feel, but that's like, because MDMA, I kind of get that as well, like that mad lovey-dovey thing. But I think there's just a wee hanging Eckies and just puts you up the arsehole in the way to be a mad evil cunt, mate. Like, see cunts that batter Eckies all their days, all of them they'll stab you for a tenner, you know what I mean? maybe no, that's a bit dramatic, you know what I mean? Like, you know, mad cunts that are just pure daft or Eckies, mate. It's like they're that's demonic shit, mate. But then it's just wanting to feel that fucking madness all the time, you know what I mean?
That's the first experience there, mate. But I felt dynamite on it. You got a wee question?
Mate, I'll go for this. So if you knew you were, this is from Lewis Sinclair 72. If you knew you were dying tomorrow, what's the last thing you'd do before you died? That's like a pure nice, like, Blue Peter question or something, maybe with the death in it, but that's like a desert island disc question. So you know, I'm posing this to you now. 12 o'clock tomorrow, 12 noon. No, I'll give you like dinner time, 6 p.m. You're done.
6?
You're out, mate.
Not even like 8 of that?
Right, give you a push back to 9:30.
9:30's nice. Because when it gets to 9, I'm like, still get fucking half an hour. So fucking half hour.
Talk to us about it. Where are you at 9 o'clock? Let's just say you've got infinite dough in that. Like, what's the last thing you would want to do?
I don't think you care about it like that if you know you're going to die. Like, what you got to go and buy or like day that you're like, this is dynamite.
Heroin.
Aye.
Heroin. So you've got unlimited money, you can get the best heroin.
I don't think it. Do you think, like, you say that, right? But like, do you think you would that? Do you think if that actually got landed upon you and you're like, you're dying 9:30 tomorrow. But if it was 9:30 a day of heroin, if it's 6, I'm not touching it.
yeah, true.
But I don't think you'd be like, no, I'm going to go in the town and just get a mad junkie and be like, here.
I'm giving you unlimited money though, you don't need to.
Well, how else? I don't know who sells heroin, mate.
It's easy to find out, surely. How do you find out who sells heroin? Just ask about.
We'll put it on a story.
Word of mouth. Who sells heroin?
Yeah, who sells heroin with the wee question book?
I know, but I know what you mean, the heroin thing maybe, but I could see like flying to Portugal and getting for like ayahuasca or something. But then saying that, you're just dying in real life to go and die in fucking, do you know what I mean?
I think ayahuasca would be a complete waste of time if you're going to die. Because like, what happens?
You're going to get that at 9:30. It's en route, know what I mean? You're going to get the DMT shit. I don't know, I think 9:30 tomorrow, I'm just trying to picture like the last thing, because this isn't like, we could go into heroin at 9 o'clock in the morning.
But then all you got back day after that is heroin.
I don't know.
True. Well, I would maybe make that like at 9:05. Get it?
Wait, first thing in the morning?
No, at
Oh,
night. So like a 9:15 or something, just leave it to the last minute. I'll try that. Like even just in case, because say you're getting shot, if you're full of heroin, you're not going to be that bothered about a gunshot, know what I mean? So you're not going to feel.
Is that how we're dying?
Let's just say each other and shoot each other in the head. That's just what needs to happen.
I think I'd take my dog a big walk.
Big huge walk. Murdoch Parkers.
Biggest walk ever.
Just go up the Cairngorms and get lost.
I just keep wandering, mate.
Raoul moat this.
I don't think you'd. If you knew you were dying at 9:30 tomorrow night, I don't think I'd. To be honest, I don't know if I'd do it. I'd just be like, better see my mom.
Would
Would
you- would
It'd
you
be like my
finish,
birthday or
like-
something. I'd be like, better go see my mom.
My
Go for
gran-
dinner and that. Just be like your birthday, really.
Aye, you could just have a birthday party. You could just go, that's your death day. We would have a death day celebration with our loved ones. That's what we would do.
Why do we no do that?
Because I don't think we know when we're going to die all the time.
But if you know,
If you did know, I think I would become
But do
quite
you
a
ever
hang.
know, like, to the day? Has anybody ever knew to the day?
I think if you're at that stage, you're probably in the hospital already.
Aye.
They're like, by the way, this cunt's fucked. Like the Mora, 9:30, pulling a plug.
No, you all wanted to do a big party and that. Don't think it's possible. He's fucking in there wheezing. Aye, so we would have a party. We'd have a death day
I'd have
party.
a birthday party, but it'd be my death day party. Aye.
Death day party for all yous. You
I'm
death
good,
day?
mate. I'll be there.
Nah, come on. That'll be a good wee celebration, mate.
Aye.
That'll be a good wee celly.
Would you take drugs at your death day party?
Aye, we back here on that.
No,
in the
toilet.
Aye, like. Fuck it. Yeah, you have a wee party for you. No, I'd smoke a wee joint or that maybe. Have a beer. Def will be having a couple of cold ones, know what I
Couple
mean?
of chilled ones.
Aye, mate. Aye, straight out of the fridge. Straight out of the fridge.
You need to go all out.
Aye, defo Dominoes and that. Dominoes? Get a Dominoes.
Troops, the moment has arrived. We are finally doing a live show. You can come and see us at the Pavilion Theatre, 7th of June. It's a Saturday. Bring all your family, bring your mates, bring everybody. But it's not just going to be us.
No, we are going to be joined on stage by Gordon DL, legend of the game, Hugh Keevans, which I'm very excited for, Andy Halliday, Mark Wilson for the panel Uncensored, mate. Anything goes in this show.
Do we get to hear them swear and all that?
We can, mate, they're going to be filthy.
If
I honestly might smack your lips on Keevans.
If I hear Andy swear, I'll be really disappointed with him.
Definitely.
Troops, remember, Saturday 7th of June, Pavilion Theatre. Go get your tickets in the description of this video or over at our Instagram bio. Go and grab them now. I've got a good question here from Finley. So Finley says, hypothetically, your partner is in a car crash and they're in hospital, but the hospital's 2 hours away. Do you plug your phone into the aux and get the tunes on, or do you drive the whole way in silence?
Wait, so is she in the she's in the hospital 2 hours away?
So you get the call. Morgan's
In Dundee.
Morgan's done heroin
Right, she's done heroin up Dundee.
and she's fucked it. She's in the hospital. She's in Dundee, aye. And you get the call, you're in work, and you're like, I need to go up and see her, man. She's here, boss. My bird's full of smack in Dundee.
Morgan's went jagged up Dundee.
Can't believe it, man. So I need to drive 2 hours. So like in that drive, are you like just like, oh fuck, are you like, might as well enjoy it, fuck it.
I'm always singing that, obviously. I don't think there's that. I don't think, like, I'm trying to think of the question. I'm trying to put myself in that situation. I'm trying to think, like, I think at the time I would probably drive for like 40 minutes, like silence, but no even know. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd probably just be like, fuck, man, like, just be driving just in silence now that way. Because I do that all the time. Like, if I leave my work and I'm like annoyed at somebody or something, I'll just drive for like 15 minutes and I'll be like, oh, fuck, I'll put something on.
Aye.
Like, time just gets lost a wee bit. So I might do that, but like I wouldn't like consciously go, I'm no listening to Playboy Carty because Morgan's no well to know. It's their own fault.
In the middle of the motorway to Dundee. Had it in my suck. Man, just like pulling into the hospital car park, blast. Selling area.
Blasting pen and that.
Wait, world shit.
Aye, mate. I wouldn't make a conscious decision not to listen to tunes. I wouldn't listen to a comedy podcast, but because I listen to comedy podcasts quite a lot, but I think that would probably be a bit like came up like driving up pissing yourself. Imagine that, like listening to like Bill Burr and stuff, just laughing like fuck.
Aye.
I think that's maybe a wee bit too far. What would you think?
I think silence would make it worse.
Aye.
Because you'd be thinking about it full time. Like, might as well fucking GBX.
Aye, GBX.
Phone Jaws, baby. Can I get a shout out for my bird? She took her as a smack. She's in Dundee.
Shout out for Morgan, isn't it?
Full of kit. Get to the hospital. By the way, fucking Jaws, baby.
I've been recording that way. I had to poly on that.
Had to get juice and shit. Mate,
I'd be up. Probably would over a pack of crystals up to your drive. Innit?
I bet.
Would you take your lunch for you if you like say something's at 11 o'clock or something? You've got like a fucking 2 rolls or something in the fridge, 2 rolls, like Cajun chicken salad, pure. Oh, can't wait for the rolls and that. And then it's like And then it's like, right, Megan's up Dundee, mate. She's fucking
I don't think you
bad.
can be fucking about with foil in the motor.
Aye, that's what I mean.
awesome.
Like, would you go and grab your rolls and go, or would you be like,
I don't think I'd be. I think your brain would switch off eating, but then maybe like I know the half into it. You're like, where's Dundee's big fucking Tesco? In the just getting a meal deal. Doc, I'm just getting a meal deal, right? You want it? Ask her she wants it.
McSpicy or a hottie? Nah, I'll get a hottie, mate.
You need to use the app, mate.
Mate, we need to app it, bro. Right, aye, that was a.
I would be listening to tunes.
Aye, I think tunes no comedy podcast.
You know what? Like is
And I would take my rolls.
the Cajun shit, bro. What if it was just ham or something?
Oh, fuck, get a little kick to the curb, mate. Right. Drud J says, would you rather get caught having a chug off your maw or nip Lee Sutherland? Don't know, man. Getting caught having a chug off your maw at the big age of 27 would be fucking diabolical, wouldn't it? Imagine that. Like your maw, like, what?
Are you still doing that?
Grown man? Control yourself.
Or nip Lee? I'd nip Lee.
Would you just nip Lee?
I'd just nip Lee. Is it video? But
We could have disco kiss and disco one
Free.
shot. That would be good. I think go for that one.
I think kissing Lee.
I don't
Because
want-
like getting caught you ever been caught chugging? Like openly like, Jamie!
No, never ever.
Nah, I mean,
I think when I was younger, my dad fucking said something in front of all my pals. It was very like, he said something about tissues or something. Or a soak or something. And I was like, Dad,
oh, I know about
come on. Has he said it to you?
I know about the sock.
Oh, you've been there, bro.
I know about the sock. The sock is something that like, the sock is something I learned about kind of in my career of wanking, kind of like pretty sort of like maybe halfway. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't something that I just started with a sock.
I was dead sock.
I was like tissues and it would all stick to your belly and all that.
Tissues is horrible.
Mind
bro.
your first wank, it's just pure clear, pure spud water.
Aye, it's pure weird as fuck, mate. I got a pure fright my first fucking time I done it properly.
And
And mine was with a fucking lassie, mate.
What? The
I
first
was
time
like,
you
aye,
came?
I was like heavy young, aye. Mad sap, mate. That was an experience, and it was in the dark, mate. It was in like I didn't know what happened. I was like, I ruined a perfectly good G-star tap, mate.
Oh my days, bro.
It was shocking.
That is unfathomable to me.
Geo Goy tap. Sorry, G-star jeans. Right out the jeans stuff, mate. This just feels like a Patreon chat.
Covered in jeans is nuts, bro. Do you know, like my first wank, if we want to go into it, mate? I remember.
It's not a question.
But we're talking wanks, mate. I remember like see when I was young, mine like see in my room, you'd get, so I didn't have Sky in my room, but I had mine the Freeview. And I've been on channel 1 and went backwards by accident,
aye.
and I've unravelled a world that I didn't even know about. I'm talking birds on couches, like that, talking to mad horny guys. And I remember, mate, for like maybe like a week or two, I remember being in my room, right, and watching it with a hard on, but no wanking, and just being
Aye.
like, I fucking enjoy this shit, but like, I
there's
don't know what to. There must be somewhere I can like do something, like expel this like energy out of me, like your first wank.
I'm looking at that and it looks like I just went like,
If I could just, if there's some way this feeling I could.
try your hardest. There's something about this is going to take off.
I've never been that horny to like phone up, but
Aye, the phone up shit.
the phone up's crazy.
What, like phoning up and talking to a mad woman, mate?
They're
That's
like,
it.
how fucking what's your tits feel like?
Mate, I think cunts get pure like in love with the people in that.
Of course.
And they're getting charged like a pout, like £3 a minute and shit. And it was just like sitting on the phone for hours, mate.
I've never actually seen one. Can you hear what the guy's saying?
What do you mean? Oh, in the babe station and that?
Never seen one. I
No, I haven't actually ever looked, but even though on the phone, can you hear?
What's all this? Poppycock!
But can you hear what the whoever's
No.
No, it's just like music.
It's mad
But then I
waiting.
think sometimes they'll be like, okay, and then he'll be like, bye, and he'll be like, right, someone phone, and then the phone will ring, and then it'll be like music will come on, it'll be like, But then, I don't know, because did you know phone one up or something?
Aye, but we were all on it, and I phoned up. There was an Asian one, and we phoned up and we were asking where they got the curtains for and all that. Like, pure, they're lovely curtains and that. And she's pure, yes. She was just like waiting on something. We were like, so, what have you got for me? Like, just feels stupid. Shit.
£12
We
today.
didn't. I've never like phoned up and been like, so what you fucking saying?
I wonder if you could hear the guy. I know exactly what you mean now. Like, imagine hearing the guy.
You can't hear the guy because
You could never let the guy be heard on that.
But sometimes they'd come like sometimes it would go and they'd be like, fucking phone me now, I'm horny as fuck. But it's so bad because it's like as a wee guy you're watching it and you're like, fuck, that bird's horny as fuck. But then like see if you're like 40 and you're believing that this bird's just on a couch, just like, no wit man, I'm in this studio and I'm so horny. There's
There's nothing I want more than a big, ugly old fuck.
just a random guy that I can't see to phone me and just chat absolute filth.
That's exactly what I want.
Nah.
Mate. It could have been, but there could just be like young women out there that were. I think some of them were old women actually.
I mean, I went, mate, do you know, no, I used to like, see when I first fucking yanked it to the old, it must have been Babe Station or something. I remember, like, I'd be sitting and I'd be like, I'd know that there was more on Sky, because I only had a couple, mate. I only had the Freeview. And I would, mate, I swear to God, mate, creeped in, mate. Creeped in during the night, mate. Sky. Oh, mate, the riskiest thing you could ever do.
Aye.
In the living room, bro.
Aye, mate.
Just fucking what?
That, mate.
Chugging it in the living room.
I don't even know if I want. Me and all my pals used to do that. Like me
What,
and like,
together?
me and like 8 of my pals used to sit and watch Babes. I think it was around about the time that you didn't know what was happening either, but you just loved it. But we would all just sit and it would be like if we were having like if I was staying in at my pal's house and we would be like, there would be like, as I say, like hundreds of other cunts staying in the same thing, but we'd all just sleep in the living room and all just have like blankets and fucking pillows and all that, and just for like after the FIFA and all that and all the kind of games and that stuff, it's like, right, watch his woman for like 2 hours
With the boys.
no, it's just sit like that. It's just class and shit. But I think it might just have been on in the background and all, but I remember being like, this is a pure dodgy situation. Like 8 guys staring at an Asian woman with her clothes off in the living room on a 45-inch telly, which was big at the time.
That's as big as it went. Mate, I don't think that's as bad as like, say the dad gets up for piss during the night or something, and he's like, you fucking still up? And he goes down and the lads are sitting just staring at a woman's tits on the telly. I don't think that's as bad as like getting caught solo, mate.
Aye, true.
Solo in the living room. Just
Aye.
like, I remember like there'd be
Just a wee fucking insect
Just
struggling about.
creeping about the living room. Like. But aye, crazy.
Kevin Bridges had a good bit about that when it was like his first like kind of stand-up thing, didn't he? He's like his dad had the fucking like the Sky that if he changed it down there, it would change up there. And he was like, and I would just wait. As soon as match of the day, all the pish games come on, you would just see 9. He's like, "Dad, you're a dirty bastard, I love you."
Aye, mate. That's it, mate. Bit of camaraderie.
Aye, that's it.
You got a question now?
Aye, mate. J Mori 10 said, "What's your dad's wee name?" Bill and Frank.
Bill and Frank, legend.
The 2 best dad names
Ah.
you can get.
They're gonna have the link up at the live show, mate. My dad's rounded up the boys to go, mate.
Has he?
He's got old railway pal Dougs, mate. Dougie's coming, mate.
Oh, that'll be
Chris.
good. Chris,
The
and all.
guy's
Big
coming.
Chris coming.
Chris is coming,
Mate,
mate.
that might be good for a meeting of the 2 minds of Bill and Frank, because Frank's got a fucking what day at that live show and all. I think that's, mate, it's primed for like lads' night out. That the Fully, mate. There's about 8 of the Fully, 8 deep Fully boys all coming to the live show and all, mate. I think it is like a mad. All the boys going out,
Aye,
pints
lads.
in the toilet and that.
Cut a sniff Richards,
Bill
mate.
and Frank. Right, you get one.
Grant Sutherland's asked thoughts on Antarctica.
Continent in it.
Looks Baltic.
Aye, Baltic, freezing cold. Is that the one that's the one that is an actual continent that's a landmass in it?
Aye,
'Cause I
that's
respect-
the southern one, and then you've got like the Arctic Circle, which is like Bodo Glimt,
And it's just floating about like it's no. Well, apart from obviously like you get islands like there's mad the Svalbard islands and that. Mate, I love all that shit.
up Norway.
Oh, mate, I watch these videos about things that are like above 80 degrees north, which is like as north as it's even possible for land to be like real land or that. And it's just like all these mad wee places, and it's always like Russian Russian bases around them and that, and it's just all the, and you just think about the people that, even as you say, up the Bodo Glimt, up Norway and that, like, or even northern Canada, there's hundreds of islands that are like 83 degrees north, like the highest you can go, but there's like people that live there.
What is that? What's that bit of Canada called? Nova Scotia up there.
No, that's more like it's a mad known area in Canada. I'm sure it's like more up north and it's mountainous, and then it gets to the sea and there's hundreds of wee islands and it's all just snowy as fuck. I forget what it's called now, but like there's a name for the wee cluster of islands as well, but I forget. But it might be Nova Scotia, like underneath.
What is it? Were we not talking about the Antarctica flag?
Aye. So like, no, it's no Antarctica. Aye, sorry, it's the Antarctic flag.
Aye.
But then it's got like it's mirrored to the Greenland flag. So the Greenland flag, it's a dual tone flag.
I love that
love
shit.
my flags. But I mind it was like it came out like there's probably, I don't know if I could go at it again on this episode. I'll go at it again at one point, maybe properly. But it was like, there was the only Antarctic flag that everybody kind of knows. It's all light blue with the picture of Antarctica on it. It's like, that's the only one.
Aye.
But and that came from a game that was owned by EA, funnily enough, and it was in this game called the 3D Maps World or something, and that was the flag that they gave Antarctica, and it just got adopted. But then there was bids for like an official flag to be made, and they made this one, the one that I showed you, that was like navy at the top for the night sky, white at the bottom for the snow, and then there was a prism on it that was like, it looks kind of 3D, and I was like, it's a wee nod to the 3D Atlas game or whatever.
We tip it a hat.
It's just like, because that's what flags are all about, like, we nod to this, we like gesture to that, all that subtleties, know what I mean? But aye, it was the Greenland flag that it was kind of reflecting.
Was it no Antarctica that is it Robert Byrd or something, mind the pilot that flew air it, and he was
Richard
like Richard Byrd or something, and he was like an American military guy, like he won the is it the Medal of Honor or something?
Aye, Purple Heart or something.
Aye, he won something like the highest accolade you can, like the American military, and he went on like an exploration of Antarctica, flew into it, and he said, like, once you fly by a certain bit of it, it just becomes like a mad luscious like rainforesty vibe.
Aye.
And like you go in and was he not saying there was giants in that?
Aye, it was the Ash people or something, like the Asha people, and he lived with them for a bit, and they had flying motors and that. Defo true.
What?
Hollow Earth.
Like, this is what I think, right? See if someday a mad pilot came out in the news next week and he was like, yeah, I was flying fucking hell Antarctica, right? No joke, mate. See, when you get back on ice and all that, right? I swear to God, mate, it's all mad giants and shit, right? You'd be like, full of shit. But a cunt in like the 40s, they didn't even thought about lying yet in the 40s.
I think it may have been even before that, mate. It was like, it was heavy early 1900s. It's like that you can't have that. That's like a pure 2025 or like 2020s view of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like there being big monsters and conspiracy theories and all that shit. This was just a mad military man that was like, I flew there and this is what I seen. Mind you were telling me, like, I think we done a deep fried. Or
We did, aye.
part of a deep fried or something. But aye, Hollow Earth Theory, it was a full one. Go and watch it. But you told me that he kept like a journal, and it was all just statement of facts for like 15 years or something.
Aye.
Like everything he said was just this happened. Like never conjecture, like whatever.
I know
that
what you
word
mean,
is.
like it wasn't like, and then I think I saw this, but it kind of looked like that. It was like that mad military. You ever hear like, see when you hear guys, Big Lee, my work, he loves, I always bam him up about it because like he pure loves guys that have like been in the army and like Marines and all that. And anytime a Marines on like Joe Rogan, I'm always like, you'll be chugging in that wee office. Like, he loves it, like Andy Stumpf and the mad Jocko and all that, right?
Aye.
But see, they have a man different way of talking. Like, see when a guy who's been in the army at a decent level,
Aye.
when they're talking, they're very clear. Like, do you know who Mr. Barlin is? Is it Barlin?
No.
Know who I'm talking about? No, you don't know him. Right, so he's like he's a YouTuber that kind of does like sort of true crime stuff, but he's got millions of followers, but he's just telling stories that some of them you might have heard and a lot of them you've not heard, but it's how good he is at just being so
methodical.
and everything he says is like, he never stutters and he's never like, but then I think what happened was it's like very it's like a written essay, but just coming out his mind. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's very easy to follow.
I work with, there's a guy, no that I work with, but I kind of work with my Jason a bit, and he's a mad engineer, and he was in the army and he was a mad major in that, and he's pure like the best at it. Like he's pure militant. I know that's a mad word that you use for it. That's where it comes from. Innit? You know what I mean? He's a militant, like strategy focused kind of person. And it's pure. It's class, mate.
They don't waste words in that. They're just like, I will go here, I will do this, and I will report back. And you're like, right, okay, man, right. Fuck.
But they're talking about fucking Robert E. Bird or whatever he was called.
Rab Bird, mate. Rab Bird went up with a fucking bin bag full of his belongings, mate, just on a stick and trek through and fucking met giants and that.
So that's what we think about the Antarctic.
That's what I think.
Aye.
The thing I love about the flag is as well, like you were pure the day we were talking about it in a Patreon episode. Jamie just unravelled like a year's worth of studies on flags and that. Because I thought I'm good with flags in the sense like I'd be like Georgia,
Aye.
Iceland,
Uh-huh.
but like Jamie was like, there's been a bit of backlash on the new Antarctica flag because people are saying it's a kind of fake replica of, you know, the Greenland
Well,
flag.
the
and
one that was really no pick you up on this. It was the Minnesota state flag. I was really annoyed about, mate. They butchered that thing. Know that the state flags, any of the state flags, are worth a fuck to begin with. Really, they really fucked that up, mate. The state flags are piss. I mind you quite like California.
the big bear on it, and you hated that. But I like the thing I loved about the Antarctica flag was you were talking about it, and then we got it up, and it's literally just like a blue background with a big bit of ice on it. And I was like, there is no other flag they could have apart from that. Like, there's nothing.
Like the original one,
Aye.
but it's just the outline of Antarctica, the mad white, like scraggly, and it was like, and as you say, it's like,
What else could it be? There've got nothing, mate. It's just ice. Like,
the
what could
logo,
it-
like
the national bird of Antarctica. It was like, nah, mate, just ice, man.
penguin,
aye.
penguin. I'm going to make it. I'll make one.
Right, I've got another question. The three of us can answer this one. Best brekkie roll combo. That's for CD 91295.
Mate,
One roll. You're not getting two in it.
the snarl and scone, mate, sausage and scone, and brown sauce on a crispy roll is just.
That's your top.
I think so. No, like that's the one I get. At.
Sorry, shoot, mate, shoot.
That's
Mate,
what I get.
Don't let me. I know you heard doubt in my voice there, mate. Don't go back.
Is that you felt? You made me feel like you're Bradley Walsh in the chase or something.
You sure?
Final answer. Aye, mate. Aye, sausage scone. I think, man, just
Bit of brown sauce.
bit of brown.
Crispy or
Hunters of
soft roll?
Hunters of butter crispy roll.
So when you're in the roll shop, do you say hunters of butter?
No, that's
cheeky,
my
innit?
fat guys in there. Hunters of butter. See when you get like.
Hunters of butter.
See when you say like more salt and that and all that, I'm not, whatever they think is an appropriate amount for my portion, that's what I'll have. I don't like when they go, say when I put salt in, I'm like, you're the fucking professional here.
Aye, you're making it.
I don't know. I don't do this
I didn't
shit.
come in with the baking and all that and be like, right, you what to whip that up. Like, this is your thing, man.
I didn't tell you when to stop cooking my fucking egg. Why would I tell you when to stop salting? Like it's a seasoning, know what I mean? It's part of the meal.
I'm going to have to go, mate. And look, call me old school, call me old fashioned, call me whatever you want. I'm thick skinned and I can take it.
I know what you're going to say.
Bacon egg.
Bacon egg, mate. Bacon egg.
Bacon egg.
Bacon egg.
I love, mate.
You've
There's-
been standing on bacon egg business
kind
for
of egg?
years.
Fried, scrambled. Mate, you can have scrambled.
Scrambled is good, to be fair.
You can have scrambled, but you will get put on a register.
No, but with cheese in it.
Aye. Right.
Sorry.
Right,
I'm
right.
stepping on your toes here. Take it away with the bacon egg.
This is what you want to do. You want to get yourself some good bacon. Some Simon Howie back bacon.
Can I ask? Thick or thin? Because I got some thick ass bacon the other day and I was like, I think I'll hate this, but it was not bad.
It's all right, but thin gives you the crispiness, which you're going to need that texture against the softness of the egg.
Aye. So
Can
are
I-
you? Do
can
you
I counter
agree?
this with streaky bacon?
Aye, I'll
Mate,
take
that's
mate,
a boy.
On a
streaky
roll?
bacon because you need but you need to make a good roll with streaky bacon. You need like 5 slices.
you need a lot.
Aye,
Aye. Well, this is my thing. I've got this fucking crazy idea, right? I call me crazy, call me mental, right? I'm going to stand on it though. I think things would be better. Like food is better when there's hunters in it, but it's small. So if there's
I know what
hunters
you
of
mean.
bacon,
I know what
but
you mean.
thin as fuck, or hunters are fucking. It's mainly with sliced hams and shit, but like hunters of ham but thin.
aye,
Know what I mean?
Aye, like a bit of
Smash burger, 3 smash burgers, heavy thin, better than one big fat thing like
I
that.
hate big fucking fat burgers, mate. Out my fucking face, mate.
But sorry, so the perfect thin or thickness of
So I'm
bacon.
going to take Jambo's streaky bacon because I have been getting the streaky bacon recently and I've been really enjoying it. I'm going to go 5 fucking slices of streaky bacon, smoked, mate. Don't they
fuck with
unsmoked?
it.
Smoked.
How crispy we talking? Because it can get too crispy. I think streaky bacon can get too crispy
Aye.
because
Aye.
it turns into a mad fucking stoner.
You need it, like if you pick the bacon up and like do that a bit and it completely snaps, you've fucked it.
Aye.
It needs a bit of fucking
Tensile strength.
aye.
Tensile
That's
strength.
exactly what I was thinking there, mate. Aye. That just couldn't get it out of my head. Tensile strength. So I'm going 5 slices of streaky bacon. I'm going frying pan, olive oil. But you need see people, this fucking does my head in, mate. See cunts that use 1 cal spray, Adam Donnelly special, right?
Ah, Morgan
1
Irwin.
cal, aye, mate. Get that out my fucking face, man.
Birds love 1
Mate,
kill, man.
what's it, just fucking willy nilly.
I mean, spray it like fucking.
And then do they count the sprays?
Morgan does 1, mate. Morgan's like, it says 1 spray on it. How mad's that?
You need to listen, man. If you're listening to this and you're like a mad, it's sunflower oil, right? That's lovely. You're never going to enjoy your life. You need olive oil. Look at the Italians, mate.
Aye.
They are fucking smoking that. But do you know why they live so long? Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
And the bread, mate.
The bread.
And you're cooking this thing. You're one cooked in olive oil, none of sunflower oil.
Aye, because-
seed oils are bad, by the way.
I know.
Stay away from any seed oils.
This is they've fucked us up, mate. Right? Because like, the people think that things having fat in it is going to make them fat, but it's no really.
Aye.
It's fat. Gordon Ramsay taught me this, mate. Personally, 1-on-1 when I was making bacon egg with him, mate. I was making bacon egg. I was showing him how to make it, and he said, "Fat is flavour."
Oh.
Fat is flavour. That's why when you get a steak, you want one that's got the marbling all through it.
Aye.
That's all fat, which is going to release and then give you taste. So what I'm saying is, you're like a sunflower oil 1 cal spray, 10 cal, whatever it is. Fuck it out. It's not even good for you, right? You want good quality olive oil, and you want never buy olive oil in a plastic bottle. It needs to be in glass. That's how you know if you've got good olive oil. And of course, you will go to the supermarket and you'll be like, olive oil, right? Plastic, man, right? That's like $3.60 on the club card. I will get that. That's massive. Then you'll see a wee bottle of olive oil, and it'll be like £7.60 on the club card, but it's in a nice glass bottle. You go for that one every day, mate. You need
10 times out of 10, I'm going to big daft plastic thing, mate.
No, mate, you can't, man. You're going to die.
Is that bad?
Aye, it's no good olive oil.
right.
Pascal taught me about that.
Right, okay.
He had an olive oil farm when I worked in the railway. Italian guy came here to work in the fucking wiring train. He was like, he had an olive oil farm, and he was like, Evan, wee man, sit down.
Aye.
And he was like, mate, don't say don't buy it. He gave me some of his olive oils. I bring you.
Aye.
And he gave me a wee fucking hang it, and it was like the best olive oil ever.
The CC's, mate, the Marco CC, his family, they live on in Tuscany or whatever, live on an olive farm and like own it and just make olive oil constant.
Mate, olive oil is like
To an olive farm, bro.
See-
We get like glass bottles. It always comes in glass bottles. See like they mad water bottles you get for the table that have got a mad Grolsch top. Now they mad Grolsch fucking bottles of beer. One of them on it always comes out with that, and it's always wrapped in like towel, like mad red and white, like gingham towels, mate. It's like the best shit ever. Unwrap it like Christmas, bro.
Aye, you need
And
to.
use it on my
He's never
bacon.
going to bring you that in a fucking empty bottle of Volvic. You know what I mean? But like, German, a fucking olive oil. But so then you generous amount. I'm not saying a lot. Generous amount of olive oil, because you need that egg. First of all, you need it not to stick to the pan. And that's what you'll get with the wee shite sprays. And you need like a browning on the underneath of the egg, and you need it to be crispy on the outside, but you need the yolk to still be runny, but the rest of the egg is well cooked. You're going to want to slide that. You're going to want to get a crispy roll, butter, no butter one bit, butter bottom and top of the inside.
Aye.
You're going to want to put your bacon on, and actually, what I like to do if I've had 8 hours sleep and I've like went a walk that day or
Say hi,
something.
I'm on that.
I don't want to make you fucking giddy or that. I'll cook the bacon, no oil or that in the bacon, just let it cook in its own fat. And then what you're going to want to do is take your bacon out, mate. Crack your egg right in that pan.
Aye.
Cook the egg in the bacon fat, and then it'll have the flavour for the bacon underneath the egg.
On that fucking egg.
And then you'll get that in a roll, mate, and just do that.
Can I say just one tiny little thing?
Go.
Fucking right hot on the egg. Get it all charred up, right? But see that oil and that, or that olive oil mixed in with all that bacon juices and shit. Just get a wee spoon and lift that onto the yolk like that and get that to cook quickly. Boom. Got it done in like a minute and a half. And it's fucking running daft, crispy as anything and all that. That's better than the Snarler one. We'll go
You
with
think
yours,
so?
mate.
Aye.
We're in agreement.
Jambo.
I can't follow that, mate.
Sorry, mate.
You just gave me a whole recipe, mate.
That was poetic. Rolled sausage.
I actually would have
That's what
combined the two. I would have went link sausage, butterflied, fried egg.
A butterfly like sausage, so good.
That's so funny, mate.
I know exactly what you mean. Like cut them and then
Aye,
flatten them.
aye,
You
mate.
need to do that.
You've been got Nads, mate, up the top of the hill. Matt, the fucking roll shop we used to go to when I was at my school, Nads, at the top of Quarrywood Road, used to do, it was all they sold was rolling links, mate. Everybody got rolling links and it was butterflied, mate. And I used to be like, something about this rolling links that's just better than when my ma makes them. And I found out it's because he was fucking chopping them bitches
Because
right
it's
in the
like what
middle.
you said about things being thin. Like that is what it is. It makes it better because it's thinner.
So you're backing up my point here, Jambo.
Have any of you
We're
ever
not?
had a special roll? Like it's called a special.
No.
See, that must just be an air thing. I'll not even get into
Is it like
details of
hunters
that,
that
mate.
shit on it?
Not even that. It's like I don't even know if I can divulge the recipe actually.
What is that a secret?
Mate, it actually is, but I don't know how much is a secret.
The one you getting shot until
Mate,
something.
I know this because the pub I worked in made them, so
Yeah.
I know what's in it. But
What's this fucking secret special?
I'm actually going to bleep it in the episode, right? But I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Right. And you turn it into a pudding, a patty?
No, and then you toast it, and it's like a toasty with all that meat in it. And it's sick.
Oh, that is mental. No worry, didn't want to reveal that.
Keep that
Mate,
secret.
it's
mate.
amazing.
Shut
Trust
the
me.
fuck
I
up,
know,
mate.
I know.
That's kind of like a buttery, I think it's called, up in fucking
Butteries are sick, mate.
Peterhead and that. It's
There's nothing in
fucking
them, but-
banging, mate.
What's a
I
buttery?
know, but I just mean the way you described it, kind of, it's just me. It's like bread all smooshed down.
Aye, it's like a bread pancake.
Aye, but then it's like get hunters of butterfruit and that, and you whack it in the toaster and then put more butter on top of it. Stick a bit of bacon on top of that, mate. Oh my god, you're in heaven.
Mate, see, like modern food, like see, like that shit. Like Megan's always saying to me, like you pure lit, like that's. She loves like sweets and that, like chocolate and shit like
Aye.
that. But she's like, and she gets a buzz off that. Like, see if you've got pure, go to Marks and Spencers and get like the bite, the caramel millionaire crispy bites or something. Like, she's like, that's my shit. But for me, it's like bacon egg,
Roll bacon,
like,
mate.
like, see,
Like rumbling tum. Like
mate.
us got to rumbling tum is my favourite thing ever, bro.
that's
Go-
when you know it's going to be a great day when me and you are doing the bars, early bells, yeah, on one tum.
Oh, it's too good.
I
And
want to
that
know about it, man.
mate, you're a fucking lazy bitch, mate. Lazy bitch boy.
I got left behind that day, man.
You did.
Come
we,
on.
we gotta leave you behind if you don't. If you're sleeping, mate. We were talking about how embarrassing it was that you were sleeping with that. Oh god. Now imagine him like
Sleeping like a fucking baby, man.
hey man.
It's so funny. He's like slag somebody for being pure, not even just sleeping, but like pure deep sleep. Pure can't believe you. mate.
Aye, mate. See having like baby like qualities. I used to work with a guy that would like go and like bang the desk and that, and I'd be like, what? Like, my baby, mate.
Aye.
Can't be baby out and you're working that. No, I mean like getting frustrated. And
Sucking
that.
their thumb in that.
Aye, like, fuck's sake, heavy quick, and then you're for fucking. Didn't mean that.
Oh man.
Right, more questions, mate.
I think we're on the same day.
I've switched, mate, because I realised
Oh,
that
right, aye.
that was my bad. So I've got a question here for Sean you up, mate.
Oh.
Would Hugh Keevins make a good politician?
Right, let's actually picture it, right? Hugh Keevins is obviously heading reform, right? 100%.
Aye, 100%.
These immigrants are coming over on their boats.
Mate, he's a clever guy, but as well, I think he could kind of game the system a wee bit. I think he could do something.
Has he got the... See to be a well, I was going to say see to be a politician, you need to be likeable, but none of them are likeable.
No, literally not
You need
one.
to actually be very unlikable
Aye.
and be like, this is a fucking guy we need. Man.
Aye, Keevins. yeah, I'm in, mate.
Keevin
Mate,
Starmer
could have been
debate.
the Pope, mate. See if he stuck in a bit more at Bishop School or whatever, mate. How good would Keevins have been as the Pope, man?
Oh, they should have unravelled Keevins.
Just like, with the hat on and that.
Have you seen the videos of the Pope's prayer?
No,
Have you seen that shit?
What's
Is
he
he a
say?
mad junkie or
No,
something?
obviously because the guy's American. He's got a brother who is just an American guy, and he's telling stories about how like when they were wee guys were rolling each other about and he wouldn't get involved because he knew he was got to be the Pope and all that. Like, actually says
that's hard.
he always thought he was got to be the Pope and all that.
Mate, I read that and he was like, he wouldn't get involved in any bad shit 'cause he was like, nah, I'm going to the top, man. It's like when we guys
Chicago to Pope pipeline, mate.
It's like when you were younger and like somebody that played pro youth for like Hibs or something was like, nah, I'm not touching any of that gear. No, it's like the same thing.
Aye, but then he's doing it about being the Pope for Chicago, mate, which I think's nuts. But I hate the American Pope, mate. As a good Catholic man, mate, I'm like fair dues, right? Fucking all hail the Lord or whatever the fuck you say to the Pope. But I'm not having an American, man. I don't like it. I think it should
He's
be a
like
Latin.
mainly like he's lived most of his life somewhere else, but is he not like
Where?
Peru or something? Like
Peru, he done missionary work in Peru.
Is that I
That's it, aye.
think European, mate. I think it may be European, even Russian, mate. A Russian Pope might be nice. Mate, Moscow was like the fucking centre of the Roman Empire and that for a bit. Like
They
they're-
get mad chapels, didn't
Aye,
they?
they're mad. St. Petersburg and that, they're mad for it. And I think a good Russian Pope might have been nice. But I think European, or at least like this side of the world, none of that fucking lived in Peru and that. Who cares, mate? You're trying to be leader of the Vatican.
But he's there doing like, I mean, Russia's, see what you want about Russia, they're kind of taking a wee hit PR-wise, they do.
True.
Russia. Like in there, like you can imagine them all debating like, so what do you think, mad fucking... What's his actual name, the Pope? It's like John
No,
does
it's like Robert something.
mate.
Aye, but his
It's
Pope name's
Robert
Leo.
Dunny or something. It's like a mad normal name.
His
Has he
Pope
got a
name's
Pope
Leo.
name?
Aye, his
No,
Pope name's Leo.
well, Pope Leo.
Aye,
So do
aye.
they need to pick a saint's name or something?
Aye, I'm forgetting that. It's funny.
Fuck's
A
sake,
pseudonym.
yeah, go, you're
A
like,
I know, mate. A pseudonym like a mad
Robert-
rapper or something.
Monica.
Aye, Monica.
His name's Robert Prevost.
There you go, mate. I didn't even know that you could fucking, like, the Pope could be American. You know what I mean?
Like I feel like it should be a Latin person, mate.
But if you can talk Latin, what's the difference?
Aye, true, to be fair. He'll do well, mate. He'll do good.
Keevan said no chance.
Aye, but Keevan's politician. Don't know. Don't think people like him enough.
No.
I don't think he would have the like balls to like enact policy and that. Know what I mean? Like I don't
But
feel.
what, like, maybe controversial. So, you become Pope, right?
Right.
What you doing now? What's your job? Like, is it no just...
Gays out, cannot.
See honest, man, or the gays and that. I know the last guy was kind of alright with it.
We're going back, mate.
Got a bit
We're
rolling
going back, fucking year 300. Mate. We don't even know about gays now.
It would be sick if the next Pope was like, I'm taking it way back.
Aye,
I'm
like-
talking slaves,
Book of Ezekiel,
aye,
like
all that shit.
locusts are coming. You're like, oh fuck! I'm talking to the big man, mate. I'm talking to him.
Mate, I was kind of thinking in work, I was listening to like all the shit Kanye's been up to, and I was like, so funny in America, they have all these mad eccentric sort of artists that are like, I'm just like a Nazi now and that, but we don't see like here, like you don't ever get a mad Scottish guy that's like, you know what, man, fucking Hitler. Like, but then I was thinking, be sick if Capaldi's comeback was like full right wing racist, mate.
Aye, that would be good.
Just did not fuck with it, mate.
Because his like fan base is the complete opposite in it. Like it's all kind of
Love- we
younger,
lovely
kind of
people.
we lovely, like nice things.
It's,
If he just came out and he was just hard against like Zionism at start, it was just hard against Israel and that, and it was just everybody's just like, aye mate, Capaldi, what a man, fighting the good fight and all that, and then she just keeps going. He's like, and see the fucking Jews and all that.
Mate, it would be so crazy for him. He'd be like, imagine Capaldi came back, he's like in full support of Israel, like done a mad video, he's like, just want to give my support to all the boys in Israel.
Aye,
Like,
aye.
that'd be crazy.
Aye, what if he was for it?
He was like fully like just behind everything you're doing and all that mad shit. Take you always blown that, mate. I'm fucking with it.
Aye,
He needs to
all
make
in.
a splash when he comes back, Capaldi.
I know, mate. I wonder what he is going to do. Pope
Pope.
could make a late run for the Pope, mate.
Capaldi's a good name for a Pope.
Pope Capaldi.
Pope. See, I think we should have Peter Capaldi. Peter Capaldi would be a good Pope. Yeah,
He'd be a great Pope.
He'd be
by
a
the way.
really good Pope, wouldn't he?
Letting the thronglets loose.
We're all going to be one.
Imagine him coming out of the thing.
We're all going to be one.
Flaccid and that. Right.
Did you see that shit about the conclave? Like, do you know that whole? You're a Catholic, you might know. the mad like conclave thing.
Aye.
Did you hear that? Like, see the guys that were in it this time, like the popes to be. Obviously, it's been that long since one of them happened that like they didn't know anything about it. And there's a mad American TV show called The Conclave, which is like a drama set in that scenario when they're picking a new pope, and it's like cunts get murdered and all that, and they all watch that to figure out what's going to happen when they go in, like to learn about the process of the conclave.
You had
That's
to
where they
watch
go.
a TV show to be like,
Aye.
what are we fucking meant to be doing? I know it's
How
like,
long's it been, but?
Mate, think about it. When was the last fucking pope? These cunts weren't they old
Like
enough to be in the
2010 or
conclave?
something?
No, wasn't he?
When did
Aye.
Pope John Paul die? No, Pope Francis die? I'm getting mixed up.
I think
I'm
John
sure
Paul,
there's been 2 popes dead since I've been alive. mate.
Aye. There's been one and then it was Benedict, wasn't it?
Right, it's Francis and then Benedict.
Aye.
I think John Paul was when I was like
He
2.
was Swiss or something, that guy.
I don't know.
What was Benedict, Argentinian?
I've not even got a clue, mate.
Brazilian? Was he?
Aye.
No, he was for
Had a BBL
Uganda,
on
was he
that.
not?
Had a BBL on that. Kidding on, that's a pope.
I didn't know, because like obviously it's not something that happens a lot.
Have you
I
checked
couldn't
it?
see when it is. I can't find out.
No,
There's been 3 dead popes, mate, since I've been born.
I,
But I get you.
I didn't realise, because I was like saying to Megan, because she's pure right into it, pure watched the popes, watched the new pope coming out and that, like what sat for an hour waiting on him, just like any minute now, man.
Was it fun?
The anticipation was crazy, mate. Because like a guy came out and it was like, no, cheering, and he's like, obviously he's talking like in Italian or something. And I'm like, that was a bit anticlimactic. That cunt, like, I was all right, but Disney, you don't get that mad Pope aura about him. Know what I mean? I was kind of like, it's a bit of a letdown, that cunt. But mate, all he was doing was being like, we've got a new fucking Pope, and they were all like, yes.
How class is
And
that?
then like the dome next to him, all the candidates. See, like at the end of The Apprentice or something, when all the candidates come back, they all come out first, and they're all like,
Aye, get the silver medals.
aye, shake a hand.
Aye.
And then there he was, Leo.
And what did he come out with a bit of pizzazz about him?
He came out just humble as
A bit
hell,
of
mate.
Pope Baz. Pope Baz.
No, he came out and he was just like, look, I can't having visions of him, like, because American coming out and be like, Rome, what the fuck is it? You're hyping them up.
Aye,
and shit.
devil.
I was thinking all like him sitting and like being like, so now obviously he's got that whole moment where he's like, I'm going to come out and I'm the Pope, man. And that.
Aye, yeah.
Thinking about him like going, but I just need to go to the toilet, and like him in the toilet being like, all right, no, fuck that. Right, everybody, what's happening? And then being like, no, I can't fucking do that.
I'm going to go out more chill. I'm going to just go out and be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm no fucking, no.
I didn't realise as well how symbolic everything today is. So like, he came out wearing a certain thing around his neck, and it was like, oh, and he's wearing this and that gown's not been worn since 1981, and that Pope was really about starting wars, so that's the message he's sending with that and all that, and he's
that's
got a
cool.
staff, and that's like to eradicate gays or something.
Pointed at that gay guy.
Just in the crowd.
Mate, imagine just first night Pope, being Pope, mate. Imagine being in your bed just like, man, I'm the fucking Pope. Like, I've done it, man. I've made it. I am the Pope. Like, it's like, because it's like, people are always like, oh, he's got to be president one day and that, or like, or you're going to grow up and be prime minister. You're going to be first minister of Scotland, by the way. Imagine just growing up and just being Pope. I'm control
people-
all the Catholics, mate.
People do say like, thinks he's a fucking Pope.
Oh, aye, true.
That's
to
how
be
mad
fair.
I think he's a fucking Pope.
Aye, but this guy is the Pope, mate.
I'm the Pope. Just sitting in bed like,
Can't he sleep?
mad, man. Up the hype, go, fucking can't I sleep? On Instagram and that. Fucking what's happening, man?
Cheers. Heavy excited for
Reply
it.
to everybody in that. Cheers, man. Fucking buzzing. Result.
Daily vlogging that you could do. You could really capitalise.
This is
on
my
being the
first
Pope.
day as Pope.
Mate, just, I know we'll be finishing up soon. Eugene, friend of the show, Huge for the Four, has asked 100 Lee Sutherlands versus one gorilla.
Suddy's taking him down, mate.
Suddies, mate, just sheer weight in that. Like, I'd give Suddy, I think 75 Suddies might be able to do it.
He needs to stop shoplifting first, but
Aye, true, mate, I know. How funny is that, by the way?
Suddy, and you know, the excitement, we've been saying it millions of times, is Suddy's arguing with Of course he's arguing with an Asda worker. An Asda security guard is like his arch nemesis in life, innit? It's like, he's stopping me doing what I want to do. And he's always like, I'm recording for you causing fear and alarm, right? The Defamation Act are causing fear and alarm. And the guy's just like, I'm just telling you to go out, mate.
Causing fear and alarm. So
He
good, innit?
always hits him with that, because like, you can hit anybody with that.
I'm going to say that when Morgan tells me Gaff a PlayStation and that. It's going to be like, you're causing fear and alarm.
I mean, you can hit anybody,
That's
mate.
a good thing, mate. My boss in that.
Aye, like, why not done that, Jamie? Like, mate,
Get the fuck back. You're causing fear and
go on
alarm.
TikTok live.
I'm recording. That's not recording.
For my own safety, he always hits that one. Because, like, how can you argue with that? Like,
This is for my safety.
I'm doing it for my safety, Kai, but fuck your
I
safety.
hate when people that don't actually need, like, because that's like a good wee thing for, like, maybe a woman, a lassie that's scared or something. It's like, this is for my safety. Like, I'm keeping record of this thing and that. And it's when it's somebody that clearly doesn't need it. You always see it when, like, with mad reform fucking party things and that. It's like, did you just, I don't know, just like turning things around? And you're like, aye, but that's no for you. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
That's no for you, Lisa.
I had to use an Asda the self-checkout.
Like, it's a complete different thing.
Aye, but it's so funny in that video, because he's like, you're like, fuck. Because he's always making out that, like, this guy just fucking came up with me for fuck all. And the guy just drops in, by the way, oh, you're recording? We'll get this on the recording. The reason that I'm pulling you up is because you're shoplifting. It's like, oh, Lee, stop the recording, man.
Was that on live?
No,
Or was that a
he
video?
posted the video.
Oh, man.
Sorry,
He
man.
needs to stop it. I like shoplifting, but I don't have an issue with shoplifting.
Are you fully behind it?
Shoplifting's a fun thing, aye. To get back at big corps and that, fuck it.
What's the smallest shop you would like shoplift before you'd start feeling terrible?
Great question. Unbelievable question. Scotmid? No, probably like
That's a good answer.
Jink Scotmid. I think the cooperative, mate, like a full blown co-op. Because
Still for the co-op in a
they're
heartbeat.
man robbing bastards, mate.
Funeral care and all that.
Aye, mate.
You're the dirty bastard. You're getting in the funeral game.
Have you ever had to fuck,
Stay
mate?
out. You're a supermarket, mate. Stay out it.
Leave us alone.
Leave it to like McGregor and Sons. Know what I mean? Leave it to the bad guys
Why
who
do they do
that's their business.
True, mate.
It's like Asda being like, we're getting in the funeral game.
Aye,
You're
the
like,
opticians. That.
Aye.
Like, what do they go opticians, mate?
Aye, we
Leave
don't-
it for.
don't need it.
Aye. That's a madness, mate. I've never even thought of that. So I co-op for sure. Like a big co-op.
Aye.
I think Scotmids might be a bit different because I feel like they're franchised and owned by kind of mums and pops, know what I mean? So I wouldn't really, I don't know if I would shoplift out of them.
Aye.
I just try and stick to your big bastards, know what I mean? I know it's just not coming out. And admit that, mate. I've said that like 5 times. Gone Collins on this shit, mate.
Nah, man.
Mate, I've watched too much of him.
Collins is getting... Collins, mate.
Stock is up.
Collins' stock has never been higher right now, bro.
I've seen like I could every single live. It's just doing that. Like I think it doesn't really do the weights as much. It's more body movement.
it's what would you call it? Calisthenics or something? Like just-
capoeira or
Aye,
something.
capoeira. Aye, he's dancing and that. Aye.
Did a bit of capoeira.
Do you see the guy that grabbed him by the throat and that?
No.
Mate, so he's in the tune, right? And he always does it at places like I wouldn't even like drop a wee fart or something. Like if you're walking, you know what I mean, like in Buchanan Street or something. Like he always does it in places that's like the most populated area possible. And he's like, and like a guy walked by and I don't know if he said something to him. He's like, "What you doing?" And he's like, just do my content on me, fuck's sake. Fucking walking by. He's pure shouting at him. The guy's up walking away shouting sort of like, "Well, who you fucking talking to or something?" He's like, "I'm in you in your fucking daft pink shorts." And the guy was like, come up and the guy was like a foot taller than him and just grabbed him by the neck. But mate, Collins just pushed him right back and the guy ran away from him.
Did he?
Collins, you fucking man.
Mate, Collins is the
Not
victim.
mine. Mate, I had the longest nail,
He
mate.
won the battle, mate.
Not mine.
Up to the sky.
Up to God, bro.
Up to the Pope, mate. Bobby the Pope.
There's a Pope.
Collins.
Pope Collins.
Pope Collins might be just what we need.
He's on the way, mate.
Jink, he'd just in the back.
It's that, mate. It's still being live. Man, this mad gown, all that, know what I mean? 12,500 people out there, know what I mean?
Like, no, he doesn't doing fucking 7,000 people in my life. That, like, fucking 55,000 people give me live dancing.
We don't like Catholic Church or something, man. He said I'm got to be quality. Oh man.
White tracky on. Oh man. Right, I need a wee pee-pee.
PP.
We going out of the Patreon at one point.
I think we're hitting it right now. I think we've timed it. I think that's been an hour. So we're heading over to Patreon. Maybe some more questions. And I've got something to get off my chest that I've been riled up about, mate.
Aye, we wanted to get through quite a lot of questions, but they were good tunes.
Aye, we got good tunes, man. We'll maybe try and hit some more on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff for the rest of the episode. The free trial's done, but it's only £3. So come along and join us. Get a wee try.
There's hundreds of videos on there.
Aye, we even do like bonus episodes for the £3 tier and that as well. You get all the bonus Patreons. But if you want to ramp it up, you'll be there for days watching the shit.
True.
Patreon. Let's do it.